This is Woodman here. I want to talk to you historically about a group known as the Order of Assassins. The Order of the Assassins, also known as the Nizari Ismailis, originated in the 11th century within the broader context of Islamic sectarianism and political turmoil. The group was founded by Hassan-i Sabbah, a charismatic and visionary leader who established the Nizari Ismaili state in the mountainous region of Alamut in Persia, which is modern day Iran. Let's talk about the founding and the early development of this order. The Hassan-i Sabbah, the order was founded by Hassan-i Sabbah around 1090 CE. Sabbah was a prominent figure within the Ismaili Shia branch of Islam, which had its own interpretation of Islamic teachings and leadership. He settled in the fortress of Alamut and began recruiting followers. In the Ismaili context, the Nizari Ismailis were a minority sect within Shia Islam that held distinct religious and political beliefs. They emerged during a period of significant religious and political strife, particularly in opposition to the Sunni Seljuk Empire and other rival factions. So, how, in fact, did they actually evolve into an order of assassins? Now, of course, this is a bit controversial because many who believe in Islam, Muslims, don't really want to indicate that the ideas of their religion ever led to assassinations, but um, their political and strategic use of assassination as a political tool at the time was something that they found useful for them to be able to manufacture and manipulate outcomes. So, starting with the political assassinations, the Nizari Ismailis became renowned for their targeted killings of political and military leaders who were seen as enemies of their cause. This practice was part of a broader strategy to influence political dynamics and protect their interests. Tactics. The Order's operatives were highly trained and disciplined, using stealth and psychological warfare to achieve their goals. Their activities created a fearsome reputation, which contributed to their legacy, and ultimately that people kind of perceive them as people you don't want to take target of you, notice you. It could be very frightening. Loyalty and organization. The Nizari Ismaili order maintained a high level of loyalty and discipline among its members. Um, there were some factors that contributed to this loyalty, the first of which was religious zeal. The members were deeply committed to their faith and their leader, believing in the righteousness of their cause. This religious fervor played a crucial role in their dedication. And of course, you can't say we haven't seen that in other religions, right? We had the Crusades, where Christian soldiers went around and fought with people to expand Christianity. So it's not unique to Islam, right? Centralized leadership. Sabbah and his followers established a well organized hierarchy with central leadership that provided guidance and coordination. The organizational structure helped to ensure loyalty as well as operational efficiency. Secrecy and training. The order placed great emphasis on secrecy and rigorous training, which helped build a cohesive and loyal group. Operatives were often drawn from a young base, which was indoctrinated very early on. How long did they last, and how did they come to decline? Well, the Order of Assassins lasted for several centuries before inevitably it fell into decline and was altogether disbanded. In terms of the duration of how long the Order of Assassins lasted, their existence as the Nizari Ismaili state began around 1090 CE and lasted until 1256 CE. During this period, the order played a significant role in regional politics through both its military as well as its covert activities. End of the order. So, all good things or bad things in this case, have to come to an end at some point, right? So let's talk about the Mongol conquest. The end of the order came with the Mongol invasions in the mid 13th century. In 1256, the Mongols, under Hulagu Khan, captured the fortress of Alamut, effectively dismantling the core of the Nizari Ismailis state. This conquest marked the end of the order as a significant political and military force. That may have been a weakness of their being centrally organized, is that once you capture the center, the rest seems to fall to pieces. In terms of their subsequent fate, after the fall of the Alamut, the remnants of the Nizari Ismailis continued to exist in various forms, but were no longer a major political force or military power. What about their legacy and the etymology of the word assassin? The term assassin is, in fact, derived from the Arabic word uh, hashshin, which was used by their enemies to describe the order. And we can see Hashshashin sounds like assassin, right? Or assassin. In terms of the etymology and influence, Hashshashin, this term was believed to be derived from Arabic word known as hashish, which is a reference to the substance allegedly used by some of the order's members to induce altered states of consciousness or to denote the group's purported use of hashish. Although the exact relationship between the term and the actual use of the hashish remains hotly debated, but we know that it contributed to the infamous reputation of the order. In terms of modern usage, the word assassin entered European languages through the Crusaders' accounts and the writings of medieval chroniclers. It eventually came to denote a professional killer or someone who undertakes political or targeted killings. Thus, from this order, we had a concept that caught on fairly quickly. And it's not to say that there weren't assassins before the order ever came into being, but the legend of their existence really made people think about perhaps why politically some states might need an order of assassins. And so this group was known for strategic use of assassination to advance its political and religious goals. And having been founded in the 11th century by Hassan-i Sabbah, the order operated for several centuries until its decline due to the Mongol invasions in the 13th century. The term assassin derives from the Arabic Hashshashin, reflecting the group's notorious reputation as well as their influence on the concept of political murder. Obviously, nowadays we may have a lot of intelligence agencies that, in addition to their performing reconnaissance and developing information about rival countries, also may have a unit that is dedicated to taking out certain targets. And this is something that many countries have all over the world. If you're new here, you're welcome. This is a safe space. If you're returning, I appreciate you. You keep this channel going. God bless each and every one of you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. May the Most High God keep you and your loved ones eternally safe, abundant, healthy, and protected with the armor of God, that you may come to fulfill your life's purpose and live a life worthy of you fulfilling your mission here on this planet. Woodman signing off. Have a wonderful day. Take care.